Today we're going to talk about a few things that can help prevent burning through when MIG welding sheet metal. First, let's make sure the settings on the welder are good for sheet metal. This welder has 4 settings, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 and 2 work best for sheet metal. Usually I keep this one on 2. If I burn through, I move it down to 1. According to the chart on the inside of the door on the welder, you're supposed to have the wire feed speed at 35, right around 30 or 35. I keep it right between 30 and 40 all the time, for no matter what setting here I'm using. It seems to work between 30 and 40. Let's check out the gas. You'll want the gas set at 20 CFH. Make sure the gas is on. Pull the trigger and turn this to adjust it. We're set at 20 right now. We'll be welding 22 gauge sheet metal with 0.023 inch wire, and this is what the end of the gun looks like. I have the nozzle set away from the tip about 3/16 of an inch. This will be a lap weld, and we'll be pulling the trigger for about a half a second. Too long and you'll burn through. Here's a close-up of those welds, and that's all you need to put these two together. Now we'll hold the trigger for a little bit longer and see what happens. Here's a close-up shot of those welds, and that's about borderline. Any longer on the trigger and you'll start to distort the panels and burn through. Again, we'll be welding 22 gauge sheet metal with 0.023 inch wire, but this time we'll be butt welding using the same settings on the welder. If we burn through, we'll turn it down to 1. And we burn through. So let me show you what that looks like. Here's where we burned through, and you can see it was starting to get a little bit hot. So now I'm going to turn it down to 1. We'll fill this guy in and then move on. Setting it on 1 worked a little bit better butt welding this thin sheet metal. We filled in our hole and then finished up without a problem. Probably the most important thing in stopping burn through is how long you're pulling the trigger. If your metal is clean, the settings are right, and you're light on the trigger, you'll be just fine. I hope you enjoyed this video on less burn through when MIG welding sheet metal. If you did, and you'd like to get my latest videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button.